Good evening.
Now, let's just get this off the table. We have a new host. It's a 12-year-old little boy. His name's Marky. He would like to. Oh, are we all muted?
Hang on.
Yeah, we're totally muted. No, we're not muted. Oh, it's just Mark. Have you checked your mic works?
Oh, just Mark muted.
So he lost his voice because he lost his beard. That's pretty much it.
Check. 1 2. Are we good?
Luckily, to make up for it, we have a big bearded Viking here today joining us. Dennis
look at that lustrous beard.
Welcome, Dennis. We'll get back to you in just a sec. See if anyone
can hear you, but bad delay.
Pardon?
Matt says.
No, that's weird. That's even weirder if there's a delay. Anyways, good evening, Phil. Are you awake? I'm expecting some kind of finger being shown right now. Dennis,
can I just check the delay on my audio?
Yeah.
It seems to be okay on my screen. Chat, can you just confirm?
It's fine. It's fine now. It's fine now. Just unmuted Twitch. So,
yeah, gone now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for clearing that up, Matt. And good evening. Good Abend, Ben. Scallywag, good evening. Brink the Banhammer, that must be Simon Brink. Dennis, you should recognize that name.
Another Dane.
Gareth, evening. Ali, always a pleasure. And Mr. Dale, our VIP, hope you have more butter for your nuts now that it's been licked off. Good evening to Fen, another Dane. Matt Emery, good evening. And Sneaker Hype, Jay.
Jay's
here.
Get a better
username. And always a pleasure. Oh, Diddy.
Oh.
I like the way that you're kind of like just revealing yourself, but just deleting your message anyway. So
it's all right.
It's a pleasure.
I did it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everyone I can see that have either commented or.
Is DePayne here?
I think Mr. Payne is on fingerprint duty or Netflix duty tonight, which means that he can't
Netflix duty.
watch. Otherwise, he's usually maybe. So Dennis Schmuck from Lagoon Liquids is joining us tonight for a little chat because he's just launched his newest liquid, his third liquid. Dennis was on here last year was it May? I think it was May.
Yeah, around a year ago or something.
Yeah, Matt, Mr. Payne is watching Netflix at work. That's how we know no crimes in Northern Ireland being solved. So yeah, we'll get back to that in a little bit. And Perky, of course, his His pussies just woke
I've
up.
already got pussies on the countertops, guys.
Yeah. Why do you keep deleting your messages, Diddy?
I don't know. Well, only
Ben,
part of that's
giveaways?
deleted.
Ben, we'll get back to why there's no giveaway tonight. We'll get back to that, but there was a pre-batch available, so I hope you jumped on that, but I don't think you did. But Perkins, what is you vaping on tonight?
Well, I'll start with the same thing that I had last week, which is the Spiker or Speaker RTA on the Wicket Mono 18350. Still enjoying that. Perfect mod to take in the car and shit. It's it's good. And in that, I've got some of the much lauded Crack Current, which is very good. It's fucking strong. It's fucking so much stronger than I thought it would be. But it's good. It definitely clears your airways. I'll give it that.
Did that come pre-mixed or?
It did, yeah. I actually got it off a mate. He'd already got it at 3 milligrams, so I've actually sort of brought it up to 9 milligrams, so I've weakened it, and it's still powerful. It's
because that's mixed at like 35%, isn't it? I know it's mixed really strong.
It's quite high, yeah. But yeah, it's a really good flavour actually. I can see why people like it. I'll give it that. So that's that, and then as RDL, I've got the Armour Mech V2, which I received on Saturday, which I'm enjoying. Antique silver one.
Is that the boomerang one?
Is that the boomerang one?
Yeah. Is that the one that's being passed around between pillar and post?
No, that was the. No, this is one I bought this myself like a dick, for full price. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I was gonna keep. I had Jay's Cobra, and my intention was to buy it, but I thought I can't justify that, so I'm sending that back to Jay the Cobra and keeping this.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah. No, to be fair, he gave me the option. I didn't just say, fuck you, Jay, you're having it back. Although, technically, I suppose I did, actually. But no, Jay's fine with that. Aren't you, Jay? So, yeah, it's good. 4.5 mil squonk capacity. Not the best, but it is easy to fill. I'll give it that.
It is easy to fill, but
I wish it was more. I'm probably filling it like at least one more time than I would, 7 mil a day. But it's just nice. It's just nice to hold and look at. But
don't fiddle with the magnets inside. That's
yeah. I've heard people. Yeah, I have taken it, but I literally took it apart within half an hour of having it because I'm just a curious little fucker. So I took it apart. Didn't remove the magnets though, and it's definitely well designed. It's heavy. It fucking weighs a ton. It's really top heavy because of all the plates that are at the top. But no, it's good. On top of that, I've got the Venner, which I'm going back to. This is like the second one that I've had, and you just can't beat it for flavour, in my opinion. It's pretty good. Got one of Leif's coils in there as well, actually, that I got off him the other day.
Did yours turn up? Mine never turned up.
Yeah, well, it took a day longer than he expected. So when it did turn up, I said to Leif, the pigeons arrived, mate. But
wait,
yeah.
Did you guys exploit that Leif was on here and then just beg for free shit?
No, I actually bought these. No, I know.
I think I'm on about 3 weeks now. One of those ones I've just given up.
To be fair, I've heard
he's
about
moving
people
house,
waiting
isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
cat.
Oh, fucking hell.
Good evening, lad.
Fucking hand checks, you fucking. Yeah, I think Leif is moving house, isn't he? So maybe that's why he's
he has moved. He has moved.
But I did say to him that if you don't send them sooner, we'll make your life a living hell. So maybe that's why he sent mine sooner. I don't know.
No. We can do that anyway.
Exactly. So that was that. And obviously in there, I've got the butternut, butternut biscuit tobacco rustique, obviously by Lagoons. I've absolutely caned it. There's probably about not even 10 mil left in there. So in 3 days, I've been enjoying it, you could say that. So yeah, that's it. And obviously, because Martin likes to know these things, I'm on the Bombardier tonight.
Bombardier.
Yes, Bombardier even, yes.
Mark, you forgot to make me co-host so that I can mute him if you saw.
Exactly.
So yeah,
that's pretty much it from me. What about
Dennis is saying that crack is currently pretty much the only liquid he can taste. Are you getting vapor tongue again, Dennis, or just...
What's
I
that?
don't know.
Dennis, what song do you see it out of your crack? I can't get it to Yeah, it's the crack is good. But yeah, so how about Mark? What are you vaping on?
Me, I is vaping on Billy Box's back out with a 1.6. Sounds crazy. 1.6 16 watts, because for some reason the snail likes to see coils considerably higher than they really are. So
Yeah, I noticed that with the snail actually. Yeah,
that comes out at 1 ohm ish on everything else. It's coming in at 1. Actually saying 1.41 at the moment, but I think that's because it's warm.
Okay.
I mean they
Big
do tend
difference.
to come out higher on the billet anyway, but that sounds excessive to me. That yeah,
Sour eat.
it vapes.
And I also Lloyd set me off Little Rump Mini.
Wait. Did what he? So he sent you a runt, but now he's looking for a runt.
No, he didn't send me one.
Oh,
I already had it.
okay. I thought you said he set you up.
He set me off. I dug it out the other day, and on top, also rocking the Venner. I've just realised how massive that drip tip is. And if you saw me stand up, it's because I was looking for something a bit more lippy. But I haven't.
No. We agreed that you would be, because if you haven't noticed, or well, normally Chandler's late, but unfortunately Chandler's not joining tonight. So Mark, you were going to be the big tipper tonight.
Right. Yeah. I'll get my.
So-
That's the biggest he's got.
Unfortunately, so if you join the after show, I might get my bigger tip out. But
Ooh,
until then,
no.
and in that, I actually found a bottle of Bad Blood from Nasty knocking around. So
Classic.
bit of blackcurrant on that, and that.
And what coil have you put in the Venner?
0.3, possibly 0.4 fused N80.
Lower. You need a 0.25 alien. Perfect.
Yeah.
Really?
This is a
4.5 wraps.
0.274 wraps. This is.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I quite like it. I just imagine it being a wee bit too warm.
No, especially you already have. Is that the bell cap you have on it? So won't be that bad.
Nope, that is me this evening. Dennis, what are you vaping on, mate?
I'm just on my cheap daily beater. A cheap Efro regulated tube thingy with the Pioneer on the top. With 1.8, 1.8. It's the daily MTL setup. Very restricted.
Nice and tight.
It's good. In this I have right in the moment I have the new Formamerta abstracts, the mixed berry one. It's
How many milligram?
3.5, 3, a bit over 3 milligram. I'm
But
not.
you normally vape 0 milligram and
Yeah,
everything.
I'm not the big nicotine addicted person, but in the past 6 months or so, and I had to test the tobacco with nicotine, because the tobacco without nicotine isn't tobacco. So I had to get on the boat with nicotine. And now I'm addicted.
Congrats.
That's how it is. A slam piece, old dirty slam piece from Perch. I got some banana foster from dessert from Mojito. It's a pretty old liquid. I think it's some Malaysia companies, in my opinion, doesn't do good desserts or custards and so on. But the banana thingy, they did a good job. I have to admit that. And and the liquid I'm drinking is just a shaker. It's Danish.
It's kind of like an alcohol pop, just to explain to you.
Yeah, it's normally for us small girls, but tonight I feel like a little girl.
It's a Danish variant of the Bacardi Breezer.
Yeah.
You all know that from your trip to Benny.
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Thanks, Marcus, for the follow. Appreciate that, mate.
Hey, Marcus.
Over to you, Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
As always, I've actually let my newest Yule pod take a break, and I'm still just enjoying the Caliburn with the cocoa pods, with some. Well, I just emptied a bottle of fruit nicotine salts in there, and it's. Why is this leaking? So, Caliburn, can't go wrong. Also, I pulled out the Winter Dragon with the Narca on top. And in there I have almost finished another bottle of with liquor. Apricot. So I just mixed up a new one. So now I'm down to I think I only have 8 left in the box or something like that. So, well, flavor ban incoming. So I should actually really stock up. But
better get your ordering soon, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's such a thing called like Brexit thingy where, no. I don't think I'm gonna get anything from UK unless it's something I can't get. And there are people here who have wick liquor, so I don't know if it's gonna be better when they figure out on both sides how to handle it. But at the moment, it's just a shit show. And my last package went through Netherlands and was taxed in Netherlands, even though it was below the limit in Denmark and shit like that. Last but not least, the Imperia on the DPM.2, in which I have some Just Juice mango passion fruit. So I'm using this at the moment because I'm saving on the future juice, which is not obtainable here. So I'm trying to ration that a bit. And
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Thank you very much for the sub, Chris. Appreciate that, mate.
Hello, Chris. Chris, this is big news, guys. Chris, he bought a vape. He bought a new vape, and was it the first rewick in 2 years?
The first coil build in 2 years. First time he's had to put cotton in anything.
Yeah.
Other than no, because he used to use the Aspire coils, didn't he, on his billet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evening, Chris, and thanks for the sub. And evening, also Marcus.
Him and JB and Chandler both rocking the same not for resale setup.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these samples were sold, or sample packs, or promotion packs. So, cool. So, we're gonna switch things up a little bit tonight because Dennis has an important day job, so he's only going to be here for the first hour. So all our highs and lows, we're going to push that until hour number 2. So, in short, Dennis, you have a juice brand called Lagoons. If there are some that don't know it, makers of the coveted Cafe Latte Pistachio and the more complex eggnog. Mark has them there. Vanilla, bourbon.
I've just realised that the eggnog's empty. I don't know why I've kept the bucket.
You just like
it. It all. And now you've just launched your third juice or liquid. And normally, when we have guests on, we do the past, present, future thingy. Since you've been on, we're gonna skip a little bit that.
Oh,
Dennis is green. You're
Green?
all green.
you've gone green.
You've gone totally green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not on my screen.
No, it looks okay on mine.
What?
Well, it's on the stream
Oh.
as well.
Yeah, on the stream on Twitch, he's gone green, but not on.
What? He has. He is in Zoom. He's gone green.
No, on my Zoom, he's not. But on Twitch, he is.
Is he greener than yours, Martin?
Yeah.
Not here. It's
No.
What?
Whoa, that's weird.
Hang on.
And we
Did you think you just engaged a filter? Putting the green filter on for this.
Yeah. Finn says it's green here as well. Yeah, it's
Can
green
I?
on the
Can I? Yeah. I just got a picture. Else. Whoa, totally green. Can I stop the video and edit again?
Yeah, hit stop video. Try again. No, still green.
Martin Echo is saying over on YouTube, don't make him angry. You won't like it when he's angry.
Yeah, Hulk.
Oh, that's
Hulk
weird.
Dennis.
and of course that's funny because Dennis is a really tall and big guy. I think he's the same height as Mark actually. I think
Hey,
Mark
there we
and
go.
Dennis, you're like in the same air.
Yeah. Still green?
No, you're
Oh,
perfect
it's
now.
Good, it's good now. You're not angry anymore.
Calm down a bit.
Take us a little bit through the process of how this liquid came to be, because most people know that you're not just spewing out a new liquid every month and huge lines here and there. There's a bit of time between your liquids, and that's because usually they are complex and you're a very hard man to satisfy. And I know you don't release something unless you're 100% satisfied.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I'm not satisfied with the cafe. I'm not satisfied with the eggnog. Still not satisfied with the tobacco. But the people that are close to me and testing some lagoon testers knows the square bottles I always have with me, and that's something version 1. Next time they will see me is something version 30. Next time you visit me is something version 50, 60, 80, 100. And yeah, I make a lot of versions, and it's bit to bit, some small details, and then I'll crush the whole recipe and start over. And yeah, that's just how I do my work. I think every juice maker have their own way to do things. I just like to make testers, new versions.
What was the base idea for this liquid? I'm guessing it was one of those 3 that are now the main ingredients. But I'm guessing you started with something to start from.
Yeah, it's true. It's when the eggnog came out, I got some shots. They asked me, why don't you have a tobacco? Then I asked myself, why not? Because I never vaped with nicotine. That's why. Because tobacco without nicotine, it's shit. So I began with some ideas, testing. I worked on a biscuit flavor. Then I began to test some corn tobacco. I think the people who was close to me also tasted some corn and a bit popcorn tobacco. That was just the way to the right biscuit. I have to figure out how to balance the biscuit, and the butter came in the finish process. The butternut thing. Many things it's a fruit or what it is, and it's butter and nuts. I just it sounds better in my ears, butternut. When it plays in your mouth.
The butternut squash or pumpkin or
Butternut squash. And people who tried to buy a butternut squash and make it on the grill, it literally tastes a bit of nuts.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the wordplay in it. So yeah, I made the butternut. I made a bigger pre-batch because one thing you are mixing a tester, another thing you are mixing 50 liters, 100 liters, like 400 liters. You have to test that also. So I've tested. No, that's a pre-batch that didn't get out for people. It's just sitting around. I have a pre-batch of all my liquids just to see in a year, 2 and 3 how does the liquid turn. So some of my liquids go out to distros, go out to shops, and stands on the shelves for sale in 2 years. And the liquid have to taste good up to 3. Yeah, for me 4 years. But yeah, then I made the pre-batch, and the pre-batch got sold out in like 18 hours.
Yeah.
After the launch, it just get popped. I didn't expect that. That went very, very, very fast.
So what you did is I know I might as well also tell the story. So there's the Lagoon Lounge where where everyone that's a member in there, they're being the first to be told about the new stuff that's coming before it gets like public and so on. We revealed it there, and then there was a pre-batch order where you had the option, which Mr. Perky he used that option, and also to if someone wanted to stock up while they were shipping it. So that was pretty much the batch before it even went out to any distros or shops. So that means that at the moment they're actually not available, right? Or what's the timeline for that?
Yeah, I got a batch standing right now. I have to say all the Lagoon liquids is pretty steep, 2 months before it hits the bottle. So yeah, many shops had pre-ordered the shit. It's just can you just bottle it and send it? No, man, I can't. And you have to wait. So around 2 weeks, and then it should arrive. Some of the shops in Europe still have it in stock. So yeah, it's just to reach out there.
Okay, so status at the moment, if you want to try and acquire this, do some shops have some at the moment, or okay, but otherwise those that haven't been able to get from the first or the pre-batch, they will be getting within a couple of weeks, plus minus with shipping and so on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what are we looking in the UK mostly? Who is going to stock it there? You know that? Are there any?
Not yet, but it will arrive UK soon. But not yet. But I got shops interested in it, and it. Yeah, I can say it will arrive to the UK. No worries. But it will take time.
Will there be any differences between like the pre-batch and the main release, or is it like set in stone? You know, like how you mix it and everything, or out of curiosity?
Yeah. For me, yeah. For you, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some details, some 0.00 ish. It's so
Very
small.
fine tuning. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something I can. I'm not. I'm not special, but yeah, I can do the fine tuning without you tasting it. It's just to satisfy just a little bit of my brain.
I used to do that. There's a few secrets over the years that I've utilised with lifting flavours and things like that. And my secret weapon was always, again, in microns, in 0.04% in such small amounts, like using orange cream, things like that. Find it stabilises flavours so well and just adds a little depth to that top end. It's something that I've used on numerous occasions on releases that I've done. But again, you know, we'd have all our team test it, and it'd come back, and I would not be happy with it. I'd still be a bit like you, a bit of a perfectionist, and it's, I know, no one else knows, but I know, and that's
yeah, and that's I can taste things in the juices you can't taste because I know it is in there, and it's complex like the others. So it's there are many concentrates in there.
Do you find that complex juices are wasted on us Brits?
Huh?
Do you think that complex flavours are wasted on the British market?
I would not say wasted, but there's a how do you say in English? Overflow. It's got a money machine over there.
The market is flooded in UK, and that pushes the prices down, even on more complex and more expensive liquids that would cost more in other countries, and that can sometimes be a challenge because more complex liquids are generally also more expensive. I don't think it's wasted on Brit because you are the biggest vaping market, and whatever you have so many liquids, but you also have so many vapors. So there are all the different rounds.
We had 4 that we manufactured for a third party, another company, and we found the more complex the flavours were, regardless of price, the harder the sell. Whereas over here, you know, you go to a flavour house and you go, I want a strawberries and cream or fucking some numbnuts flavour. And the easier it is, the simpler it is to make, the cheaper it is to make, and before you know it, you're banging bottles out at 40p a bottle, and you know it is what it is because you're using the cheaper ingredients to produce a concentrate, rather than going back to the old school, doing it properly, researching, rather than it tastes all right on the market. Yeah, that tastes all right on the market. So these bigger companies aren't necessarily spending the big bucks, a lot of money on the testing, on the development, on the producing. It'll go off to a flavour house. It'll come back and they'll go, yeah, we just make it a bit sweeter. Run with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, definitely a country like France or a vaping market like France, they like if you give them complex liquids, they percentage-wise, that's always a market that loves I wouldn't even say it weird, just the different liquids, especially if we're in the desserty range and so on. Like if you have something like that, then France will always be a.
You see, I found the biggest ones were Europe and also Canada. Canada have got a very, very good palate. Very good palate.
Well, partly French, so
Well,
maybe that's it.
they took the language.
So what else is in what else is in store now? I'm guessing you're still continuously working on new liquids. Anything specific you're working on? I know you can't reveal it probably, but anything you're eyeing in on specifically, or
Yeah. No, not in the moment. The last few recipes I worked on, it was just for shits and giggles. It's just you have to do some of them, just to get the experience
For your development.
Yeah, it's just for fun, and you will get the experience out of it. It's good, but people are screaming for some fruit from lagoons, and as I said, I'm not a fruity guy, so maybe you will see some fruit from lagoons in the future. But
well, speaking of like doing like fun experiments, so on, why don't you want to share the the Elvis project with them? Because I'm guessing that's pretty much
yeah,
not going to happen. So that's a funny story of how an idea, and you find out that okay, that's not doable.
yeah, maybe it's doable. It's just have to take some more time, more testing, more. But yeah, I talked to Martin long time ago, and then I can't really remember it. But it's something with some peanuts, peanut butter thingy.
Some jam maybe in there.
Basically, I just told Dennis Elvis sandwich. An Elvis sandwich, his favorite sandwich, is some sort of variant of peanut butter, banana, bacon with some fried bread and shit like that. And then the idea started into various experiments of liquids, and I remember you telling me that the peanut or the peanut butter, maybe more specifically, that aroma is such a hard aroma to balance, because either you don't taste it or it just dominates the entire thing. There's really, it's one of those aromas where you really need to hit the exact spot. Otherwise, it's either going to taste of nothing or just completely only taste of peanut butter.
Yeah. I have to say, it's quite easy to make a peanut butter. Because there's good peanut butter recipes out there, but I'm more like the old school. When I'm tasting a peanut butter, I have tasted a lot of peanut butter, and also liquids, and there's just 1, 2, or 3. I say it's okay, and that's when I'm tasting it. I have to taste the peanut at first. So I have to take. The taste has to be peanut, and then butter, not some smashed up liquid.
Which is often the case, isn't it?
Yeah. In our world, it's just a New York cheesecake from Capella can fix everything. Liquids. And that's not how to do it. It's, you can call it complex liquid or something, but you have to think about where do you want the taste, here, and here, and that's.
And it has to be salty.
And that's the hardest part of it.
That's one thing I've moaned about for years, isn't it, guys? Back me up here is salty, and it was something I never mastered.
That's Dennis, there is a question from another Dennis. He's asking, if you would start tomorrow working on a new liquid, how long would it take? How long do you guess it would take for you to develop that until it's good enough for sales, and to make it and to launch it?
Would you?
It's a really hard question. I know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I would say between 6 months and
Okay.
3 years.
3 years.
I'd say that the cafe latte has been testing for a long time. For many years.
How about this one, Dennis? When did he start? When did he start on this one?
It's about 1 year ago. Yeah. So it's right after the eggnog came out.
Right.
That was last Christmas.
I gave you my heart. Sorry.
Right before Christmas, the eggnog came out, and then so about 1 year. And that's also my thing. It's 1 juice a year. So when we came to December last year, people were starting writing me. So the new juice, buddy, where's the new juice? It's not finished yet. You have to wait. But yeah, around 6 months to a year.
I guess it's safe to say that there is no, you don't have any need to launch any new liquid per 3 months, 6 months, or whatever. You take the time that it needs for you to be satisfied through your perfectionistic demands, and you don't launch anything unless you're at least 95% satisfied with it.
Yeah. It's I don't have to bring out some new liquids. For me, it was good enough with the coffee. But then, I can't stop myself. And when people tasting my testers, they keep telling me, buddy, you have to bring out this stuff. Nah, it's not finished yet, blah, blah, blah. And then again, 20 versions later, it's just getting harder. But buddy, you have to bring out this stuff. It's getting better. So it's getting better. It can be better. So I'm just going on. And then I'll bring out
So
a
which
new
version of the butternut biscuit tobacco is the final version? How many testing versions did you go through approximately?
So with the 47.
47.
Yeah.
That's a lot of testing.
Could be much more.
I know we're all curious. At least I am. Perky, obviously, it sounds like we're going to get one of your infamous reviews.
Yeah. I have one last question.
Too much.
I have one last question. Being as Lloyd and Alex, none of them are here. Is there plans to get it over to Vape Bay, who have already been selling both of the liquids? Do you know if that is in process?
So I blocked Lloyd and Alex. No, just kidding. It's gonna hit the bay. It's gonna hit the bay.
Good.
Just have some time. So it's I can say that it's gonna hit the bay. It's just I told myself when I'm going live here, I'm not gonna do anything of advertising for any shops. I don't want to say any names of shops.
Hey, let's scratch. Is it going to a shop that have previously stocked your liquids in the UK?
Yeah, very diplomatic. Yeah.
So I can say it's gonna hit the bay, but they don't have. Do they have any lagoons in stock now?
No, I checked before the show.
No.
So
They had. I thought they had the pistachio, but that might have sold out. I think they sold out the eggnog first. Yeah.
There are some issues with shipping at the moment, so it's
not.
So So what you're saying is, Dennis, I need to slow down. Yeah.
Um,
I'm chugging it.
Yeah, it's gonna hit the bay, and they are sold out now. Then I can say it then. Just go to the bay and buy some lagoons. It's sold out anyway. Oh, it's gonna take a couple of weeks for the new one. Then it's gonna arrive to the bay. Man.
Apex is saying that you have a lot of patience. The most time he has spent on one of his own mixes was 2 weeks. So he does his own.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Right, Perky, because I know Dennis can't spend the evening with this. Your thoughts?
Right, well, I obviously received this from Dennis on Saturday. I've been absolutely caning it. As I said, mostly in the Karma, but I've switched to the Vena, and I can definitely get different notes in the Vena than what I got in the Karma, which is to be expected because it's a different RDA. But yeah, I'll taste it.
Perkins, I have to say to all the people out there, we haven't talked about the tobacco at all. This is also the first time for me.
Okay.
For a review, it's just a little important thing. It's nothing we have.
No, we've not discussed anything about the flavour. He's not told me what's in it. No. All he did was send it to me, along with a T-shirt as well, I might add, which I've got on, which was XL, which you knew, my fat bastard, which is nice, always nice. But no, Dennis hasn't told me anything, so this is all just me, what I think. I've only had it for 3 days, and normally when I was doing the reviews more often, I'd probably test them for about a week or two, so I've not fully, tested it. I've only vaped it in RDL. I am going to try the other bottle in MTL because I definitely love the eggnog the most in MTL. So I might very well think the same about this because it is tobacco based, obviously. It's got tobacco
tested like 50 milliliters, so
yeah. So it's it's pretty good to say that it's good. I can say that definitely. But I'll just taste it. Let's put a bit on my hand and just taste it and tell you what I can taste in it. So straight up front, I get like the tobacco, and I get a sweetness from the tobacco. And that's the same with the vape as well, but I get a sweetness from the tobacco. I get the sort of buttery digestive biscuit is what I get. It's not like like Martin, when we discussed this last week, I think briefly, you said how it's not like a graham cracker style, and it's not. It's like a digestive, almost wheaty sort of biscuit I get from it. I get the butter and then the nuts at the end, like almost like an aftertaste. The nuts are to me. So that's just what I get from that. From the taste of it. Vaping it, I've got a 0.28 coil from Lathe in here in the Vena, obviously in a mech, and yeah, I'll just have a vape of it.
You see, normally on a review, you'd speed this bit up, you'd ramp.
I wish I could talk whilst I'm vaping. Yeah, I would speed that bit up. But yeah, I definitely get the sweet sort of tobacco at the front, and then I get the biscuit with the butter coming in sort of after that, and then it mixes together. And the nuts, I think I get almost a hazelnut, maybe an almond sort of taste in there. Not so much peanut.
No.
Maybe Brazil, I don't know. Because the nuts is more of the taste that's left at the end to me.
So quite a dry nut then.
Yeah, I expect it from the taste. We expect it to be a sweeter juice to vape than what it is. So I get the sweetness up front, which I sort of put towards the tobacco, whereas the digestive biscuit isn't, traditionally a sweet biscuit, if you will. It's got like a bit of a almost savoury tone to it, and that goes well with the butter. And then you've got the nuts towards the end, so it gets drier to me as I vape it. I would be interested to know what sort of tobacco it is that's in there, whether it's a net or whether it's I don't know. But I definitely get tobacco, buttery biscuit, and then the nuts at the end, pretty much, to simplify.
Does it taste more like a sort of a dark a dark tobacco over a more of a light ashy tobacco?
To me, it's lighter. It doesn't feel like a heavy dark. Excuse me. It doesn't feel like a heavy dark juice to me. It might have some dark tobacco in there, but I definitely, I just vape it all day. And the fact that it works in RDL with a tobacco in it, I've never had a juice like that where it actually works. Usually it just feels a bit off to me, normally tobacco, but the tobacco is very much like up front and then it sort of fades off and mixes with the other flavours. The biscuit and then butter is probably the biggest component, I would say, personally. But yeah, it's a very, very good juice and recommended to someone who doesn't really even like tobaccos, I would say. They're vaping it in RDL at least. I would imagine, Dennis probably knows obviously a lot better, that in MTL, the tobacco notes are probably going to come out a bit more and it can probably, because that's what it's like with the eggnog, you see. I vaped that RDL first and I didn't get all of the notes that I then got in the MTL, if you know what I mean. I got a broader spectrum with the MTL. So I think that'll be the same for this. But even RDL, it's very, very good work, I have to say. It is.
Thank you.
So, as I said, I've got about 5 mil left. So that says it all in 3 days, doesn't it? 60 mil bottle. So that's
I
pretty
definitely
much
agree that the nuts come at the end. It really gives a throat hit in RDL at least. Almost too much for my liking.
No, I love it. I love that element of it, that it's got that dry sort of hit at the end, almost. I love any juice that changes, the going from sweet to dry, say, or sweet to savoury through the course of just vaping it. I love that because it's just variety and it keeps it from getting old. Some vapes you vape and, liquids you vape and they're just sweet all the way through, or the savoury or the dessert or the tobacco. This definitely goes from sweet towards savoury as you vape it. And that, just for that, it's interesting. But it's very well done. And I will be buying more of it. Because as you may not know, I very rarely buy the same juice more than once. But Lagoons and probably Canteen are some of the only juices I've ever bought multiple times because they're that good. Because I'm normally just moving on to the next thing all the time, but I do definitely keep coming back to Lagoons. So, yeah, thumbs up from me, definitely.
You're like the opposite. You switch your mods every week, but you stick to the same juice. Whereas other people, they stick to the same juice.
Yeah, I just switch everything. I just switch everything every week, yeah.
A thing I'm curious about, some people will be scared of that it says tobacco if they don't like tobacco. How would you characterize the tobacco now that you vaped it in RDL, both in regards to people looking for a good tobacco liquid and people who are afraid to try it if they don't like tobacco?
To be honest, it's almost like I get the initial taste of it, but I think tobacco provides a backdrop throughout the vape as well. So if you're a tobacco lover, you will be able to seek it out and find it even in RDL. Though I think you would be better, in MTL to do that. But for people who don't really like tobacco, you'd be able to identify it, but it moves on quite quickly, I find, to the biscuit. So you'd probably think of it as more of a biscuity, nutty sort of vape than you would a tobacco. So I think it does have appeal to both sets of audiences, I think.
So in essence, don't be scared off if you don't like tobacco. I myself don't like tobacco at all, and I actually have been vaping this. I've only been through like 5 milliliters now, but the way I switch up liquids. But so and I don't like tobacco. And on the other hand, if you really like tobacco, go for MTL. That's where the tobacco shines. Also complemented by the other flavors.
Have you been vaping it MTL, Martin, or
no?
RDL?
No, strictly RDL.
Right, but yeah, it's I'm impressed with it. I definitely am. I mean, I have been vape. I probably would have stopped vaping it when I had like half this bottle left if it wasn't for this tonight, because I wanted to move on to the eggnog. But I carried on vaping it, and I'm just going to finish the bottle now, basically, and then go on to the eggnog because I never really explored the eggnog too much in RDL, but I think it would be interesting to try it in RDL again after a bit of a break. But yeah, and also I'm very interested to try that in MTL as well. So we shall see. Yeah, but it's definitely a winner. Definitely.
It's definitely one on my buy list. Like I say, I like the other two. Pistachio was, the eggnog was cracking for me. Very, very clever.
Definitely
very
think
clever.
you're gonna like it as well, Mark. Just the fact that it had buttered nuts, that you're already sold on that. So
Definitely, 100%. So just waiting with bated breath for the boys at the Bay to get it.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah, it's but that's one thing you can see in all the legume liquids. The cafe latte. I know. My daily job is to manage shops in Denmark, vape shops. They also have legumes on the shelves, and the customers come in if they want some desserts, thingy liquids. They show them the legume, the cafe latte. No, I don't like coffee. Trust me, this is not just a coffee. They smell it. They knuckle test it. Sold. That's the same with tobacco. The tobacco liquid. No, I'm not a tobacco guy. They taste the tobacco. Okay, wow. And I tried to. Martin said something about the throated, and you said to me earlier also that the throated, it's there, and it's for some people it's hard, but that's the way.
I don't find it like that.
But I like a bit harder throated on a tobacco. That brings out some a thing in a tobacco.
Yeah.
That's good, and it's a mix between the biscuit and, by the way, it's not a cookie, it's a biscuit.
Yeah, you can definitely get that straight. Yeah. There's no resemblance to a cookie whatsoever.
It's a biscuit, and that's the dry biscuit and the tobacco, and true, it's a light tobacco. It's not dark tobacco. Just to get it a bit lighter. The thing for me with the eggnog is dark. So I had to make a tobacco that's a bit lighter. Because when I'm vaping the eggnog, I can vape the eggnog for a day, maybe 2. Then I have to switch because it's just getting darker and darker and darker and darker.
Yeah.
And that's many people out there can vape the eggnog day in, day out, but I just can't. But the tobacco,
I could with mouth to lung with the eggnog, but not RDL. Found after a day or so, same as you. But MTL, to be honest, I can tell by vaping this RDL that there's certain flavour notes which will definitely come to more prominence in MTL, definitely. Same as with the eggnog, because I don't know if you remember when I did the review of that, there was all the sort of spices that I tasted in it. And I'm not, obviously as far as I know, this doesn't have spices in it. It may do, I don't know. But I think those sort of subtle notes come out more in MTL, sometimes anyway.
I definitely find with the eggnog, depending on how you vape it, there's a bitterness from it, which certainly resembles, again, like you say, spicing, which I get certainly from that bitterness like a nutmeg that gets you here. Definitely gets you here. And it's, like I say, it's an incredibly clever flavour. And for me, that's an MTL. I don't think I've ever vaped it direct long, or RDL, or whatever you kids call it now. Mouth to lung, it's cracking. It's the bitterness I love about it, and almost, I'm going to say it again, almost with a salty edge. So the saltiness and the bitterness almost come hand in hand, almost complement each other.
That's it, and that cream to it as well. The eggnog, that just practically orgasmic, to be honest.
Mark, it's restricted direct to mouth to lung.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join the Facebook group, the Lagoons Lounge, feel free to. I've popped the link in the chat. And other than that, brilliant once again, Liquid from Lagoons. And Dennis, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us and sharing. All the best for the future and new juices and more juices and let's fingers crossed. I don't even think that's needed, but that this will be a banger for those who've tried it already. I know it's a banger, and this will be a seller, definitely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Fantastic. A pleasure as always, Dennis. Thank you very much for joining us. I know you've got a busy
cheers,
day
Dennis.
tomorrow. So, doors always open with Vape Talk UK. You have our support. And thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, Dennis.
Yeah.
Right. So, we're running.
What time is it?
We're about on time. We're only 8 minutes past.
Yeah.
So, shall we run? I better set up your poll, really, haven't I? I've not even got that far.
Do some highs and lows.
Let's do highs and lows.
Well, if I'm gonna start, then the picture that you have marked that's called VA pod is something that I can't quite figure out if it's a high or if it's more of a low for me. But apparently we all know, not apparently we all know, but the Vicious Ant, which we all know, have apparently now decided to make a pod. I don't know, are you bringing the picture up, Mark?
Is that?
It is.
That's the first I've heard of it. I've not heard of that they're doing that.
Yeah, they just released that picture. I think it was late last week, or yeah, it must be that. Looks like a lot of other devices. I guess I understand why they feel a need to join the pod market. Also, with their production strength and so on, they can mass produce in the Philippines. Is it Philippines or Malaysia? I forget.
All on the two.
One of the two. I don't know what to make of it. I'm presuming it's going to be a pod mod system, so it's going to be interchangeable coils. Don't know if it's DNA 75 or if it's their own proprietary version of a chip, but does look like a DNA 75C from the picture. It's not a high for me. I wouldn't go so far as say it's a low, but yeah, there you have it. First,
I think the beauty with the Vicious Ant stuff was, you know, initially it was all mechanical stuff. It was all made. It was all pretty. It was well polished, and it looks. They look nice. How the fuck do you make a pod system sexy? Yeah. It's a pod system, in my opinion.
I mean, it's no more ugly or beautiful than some of the other bigger pod systems out there, or pod mod systems. And honestly, I'm not surprised that Vicious Ant are doing it, because it's what sells a lot at the moment. So why not, with all the Vaporesso? And,
is it 18650? Is it?
I've got no idea if it's a built-in battery or if it's
I don't see a battery carriage on the bottom.
No, just looking then. Yeah.
But it could be that on the
looks
middle,
like the size could accommodate it.
Could be 21700 if it's like a door you take out, then you have access to the battery. So yeah, first look, they literally haven't released any info other than that picture. So yes,
it's a beast, isn't it?
It's looks fucking big.
It does. On the high note, and Mark, if you bring up the picture that says cranium specs, I showed you last week the latest silhouette picture of the new cranium mod, which is called the Machina, or as they call it in Czech, and in Latin, the machina, which basically just means machine. So got now some more specs. It was revealed in the Ukrainian group on Sunday night. And so 18650, 22 millimeter, what's it called? 510. It will accommodate with the catch cup a 24 millimeter DNA 60. And Mark, you can run the video, I think, because then you can see the mod, sample of the mod.
There we go.
So key elements from this is that it was meant to be simple, classy, easy to operate. Some would say, why isn't the battery tube enclosed on the bottom? And that's actually, and literally yesterday I talked to the guys and they showed me a picture of another mod where that bottom that usually goes, the bottom part of the mod that usually goes around, that again, someone had dropped it and it was broken. So that's one of the reasons also. So basically they're going to be in different kinds of wood. And there will be other materials maybe available. Right now I am talking to them about doing some crazy resin experiment. It will be available to get your, maybe even engraved the tube, at least coated, and the catch cup as well, 510. That version which you saw, which is the wood stab wood versions, they are going to be priced at a mere 385 euros. So being well, and I know that's unfortunately not relevant anymore for UK, but having inside Europe or EU manufacturer that can do a mod like that with those specs at that price is usually prices we see from either US or Asia. So just being below the 400 mark is really, really good. The treatment of the wood is going to be with the Danish oil, with some Renaissance wax, and finish off with the polish. So really simple, stylish, and elegant mod.
I've got,
and I really, really like it. And it's just the fact that they can do it for less than 400 is, I think, a really great price.
Cheap. Yeah.
That was my highs and not a low, not a high. I think
Sort of low high.
Sort of. I don't know what you think of it. That VA one.
So yeah. I've got a couple of things this week. One I'm not sure of, and one is something I'd imagine Chandler would put in his IG adventures. So I'm gonna pop that in on Chandler's behalf. Now, one of these has come from the Vape Reviews and News channel over on Facebook, run by lovely Lloydie. Have to get that plug in there. First one, don't know if you've come across it, up on screen now, is the collab. Have we seen that? What do we think of the
SQ?
An SQ, the clutch. Obviously a collab between Signature Mods and Dovpo. The SQ topside, as they call it. Do we like?
Is the middle one the new one? Is it?
Oh, so that's a dual battery clutch, or
It looks like it, yeah.
Is that middle one? Is it not the 18650? Because the top side's 21700, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is that an 18650 top side? Is it, or no? Notice it's not a squonk, is it?
No. It's the clutch, isn't it? The clutch isn't a squonk, is it?
No, it's not. No.
So it looks as though left to right we've got the 18650 single, 18650 parallel. Now the one on the right, is that an 18650 series or a 21700?
that is the squonk.
21700 squonk. That one is the top
Of course,
side.
I know
that.
I see the Nurkling on top.
Yeah, Nurkle top fill.
Yeah, but no, not sure about that.
No.
And another one I've seen this week, and again, I'm not sure about this, and I know we have some fans. There we go.
I'm interested to see if that middle one, if they had done the same as with the original clutch, where they literally have just an opening where the 510 goes down into the battery.
Yeah.
For me, that's a deal breaker. It's a new Visionary.
The new Visionary. The Nympha, is it?
Yeah, Nympha. Yeah, Nympha.
Nympha. So a side by side DNA 60 with no USB ports. Up to 24 mil, and obviously an exposed tube for what I assume is 18650. I'm not a huge fan of side by sides, he says.
Are you not?
I am sensing a but.
I don't mind the Aspire one. I still don't I don't like how they look. I just think that, look at this next one. I just think they look a little bit odd.
I mean, from that angle, it does look a bit, I wouldn't say massive, but it looks a bit big for what it is. Oh, Dennis gone green again.
Again.
Mm.
Oh, I'm leaving now. Also, so yeah. Bedtime for me. See you
Take
guys.
care, Dennis. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah,
Dennis.
Hey.
To me, right, and this is no disrespect to it, that image on the right, the side image, if you was to get a 3-year-old to just draw like green on top, it'd look like a tree.
Yeah.
It looks better on the left-hand picture. I'll give it that. Definitely.
Yeah, Matt, I think you're right. I think it's quite snug in the hand.
Diddy, I dislike it anyway, so Nurkling's not going to make any difference.
Well, one thing is sure, you can't fault the craftsmanship.
No,
Marco.
not at all. I'm not knocking it. I just don't like the design.
No, and that's fair. I'm not a huge fan at all of side by side, so it wouldn't be for me. But yeah, it's different. You could have just made one with straight lines and so on.
Matt's selling it. Matt's selling it.
Yeah.
We're looking at €350 plus the cost of the wood, plus the cost of the wood.
Yeah.
And as Mick just said, side by siders will go mad for it.
I'm actually not sure if they would, because there are so many side by sides out there. So, but sure they will sell because it's Visionary. No doubt about that. You can't fall.
I mean, it's a minimal drop, isn't it, for the side by side? I mean,
it's kind of the
fairly
same drop
side
as on that BMM one. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, where it's like a third down on the battery. That is true, Shy. Nicely, yeah, the nicely. By the way, guys, Shy is on a timeout for 2 weeks, so he's in the corner at the moment, apparently. Just FYI. Yeah, Meg, it has Damascus. I think you can get it without a Damascus tube.
I don't get the point of right. I get right. Okay.
It's pretty.
So I've got leather tools that are made of Damascus, and the reason we use Damascus steel is because it's hard. It's hard wearing. It sharpens nicely. Why the fuck are we using it on tubes on a mod? And the process. Have you ever seen Damascus? The way it's pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed for that strength and. I'm not dancing in the 90s, honestly, but
like it.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I think Dennis nailed it. Damascus is interesting because it's expensive, and it signals value.
So are midget prostitutes, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go buy one.
But you know, again, something for everyone. Someone really likes SS tubes. Someone thinks that SS tubes, that's too inexpensive because that's the standard. I would like to have it DLC coded or Sarah coded, or because that shows them that it's more expensive because And guessing it's the same with Damascus. I just generally just like Damascus. I don't know if I would pay extra to have a Damascus tube, but I think it's nice. I like the pattern.
Is it actually sort of, sometimes I doubt, is it actually really genuine Damascus? Because I once had an SVA Keymaster with a Damascus tube, and after using it for about a month, the pattern wore off. So it was like, honestly, I kid you not, it actually wore off where my hand had been. So obviously the acid in my hand ate away the layer, and when you looked inside, you could see it wasn't actually Damascus, but it was labelled as Damascus.
Damascus
So,
being
sure
made.
that those that at least Marco and Finn Visionary use, that they are Damascus tubes.
Yeah.
Matt, midget whores aren't good value. You don't get made much for your money. Honestly, mate, you'd love it. It'd make your cock look massive. Mark was throwing the shapes in the Church of Dance. Fucking was. Damn right. Don't they make up for an enthusiasm? Absolutely. I watch Alex Steele Blacksmith vids. Damascus power with a power hammer. Sorry, Damascus process with a power hammer is awesome. Honestly, watch it. Watch them making Damascus. It's just...
I guess Diddy would be able to make Damascus with his angle grinder because...
Without a doubt.
Piece of piss.
I'm 2 meters 3. Yeah, short ass. Short ass. So that's my high stroke lowlights of the week. Perky sir, we have your VSB.
Yeah. What we're going to do, vape sell bin.
Let's do some vapor seller binner.
Let's do it. We've got 6 to go out, I think. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I've got 6.
If there are any new viewers that haven't done this before, you're going to be presented with an item. You should imagine that you're getting the item free in hand, and you have 3 choices in the style of Shag, Marry, Kill. You can choose to either vape it, you can choose to sell it, or you can choose to put it in the bin straight away. And you can only choose one of them. If you want to vape it and sell it afterwards, yeah, that's not an option. Then you choose vape because
it's unlikely you'll want to vape some of these.
or
maybe you will.
Where do you want to start?
Should we start with the BP mods, the Squonker?
Let's do it. Let's start with the Bushido.
Bushido Squonk mod.
Oh, I voted too early. Damn, sorry.
Oh,
I grabbed the wrong screen. Hang on, I'm moving our faces all around. Oh, fucks. There we go.
Now, as a beta Squonk mod, I think it's going to be about 50 quid. It sounds pretty good. It's a bottom-filled Squonk bottle that you unscrew the cap on the bottom and fill it from there. I think it actually sounds like a pretty good, it's billet aluminium, I think, as well.
I like the form factor. I'll give it that.
for 50 quid, I think.
It's a square box, Mark.
Yeah, but that's what I like. There's nothing pretentious about it. It is what it is.
It's a beta skunk. That's what it is.
Exactly, and it's nothing we haven't seen before 1,000 times. That for me just does it. That, and yeah, the price it's a good price, but nah.
What, even for 50 quid?
No, in the bin. I'd rather use my RSQ.
That's the sort of mod I'd like take to work when I go back to work. But yeah.
Yeah, but Dennis, I know the bottle size is a bit. Well, it's not 4 milliliters.
Well, so it'll seem massive compared to this. So,
but it's easy to fill. That's a big pro. Definitely, seeing that the bottle is smaller than average.
But I don't know why we're having this conversation because Squonking's dead. So
yeah.
It's dead and then alive and then dead and then alive. So it's like.
Oh, it's dead. Is it dead this week? Is it?
It kind of changes like Perkins changes mods. So.
Yeah. It was alive on Saturday and now it's dead on Tuesday. Yeah.
Well, there we have our consensus. Say we're going to vape it.
Yeah.
Squonking.
You've got to vape it. There's no point selling it. Fucking hell, you get like 20 quid.
Well, Andrew over on YouTube would actually sell it, and Lloyd is watching as well. He would vape it.
Wow.
Lloyd, is Lloyd on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, good evening, Lloyd. Sorry, mate. Help if I watched the YouTube chat, wouldn't it, really?
Phil, I think you got in a bit too late, but I'm glad he's also binning it.
Right. So that's a vape, is it?
It is a vape.
A vape. Should we do... I think we should go steadily downhill. So should we do the Haku next?
Haku. There we have the Haku Vena.
Oh.
What do you think about that one?
Did you really say you don't think that we're going to vape any of this stuff?
You can see where I got the idea from. I just wondered what people thought.
Are we going to vote again for the... we had the armor last week, so you can't use that again.
I know. Exactly.
Oh, Emery, Matt Emery, you're going to sell it. Why?
Maybe he's already got one.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
It is. Someone's given it to him for free.
Oh,
Therefore, he's going to sell it.
Oh, let's not get into arguing about the options and what they mean and so on.
Yeah, I must say the drip tip is very comfortable. I must say.
Really, I've never used the drip tip at all. And I have 2 minutes. I've always switched out the drip tip.
No, it's great.
Send me your drip tip. Mine's huge.
That's what you want, Mark. Look at that rounded little.
Is that the original?
Yeah, that's the OG one. It has a little rounding on the top, so it's not completely straight.
Someone send me a tip, please.
I can. Do you want to wait a month and be taxed with 20 quid?
Yes, 50 quid for it.
So what you want to do is open up a condom wrapper very carefully and hide it in a condom, and then just send it first class.
And then fill the condom with flour, and then really tighten it up so it looks like a little egg.
No, or you could just say you sent a condom as a gift.
A used one.
Just say it's artificial insemination, and you're just sending over.
Yeah, put an ice cube in it as well to keep it cold.
Yours didn't have one when I got it. No, I wasn't moaning, Matt. Well, I was, but I wasn't accusing you. But thank you.
Andrew Chandler had to take leave of absence tonight, so unfortunately he couldn't be here. He's asking over on YouTube. Are you still watching the YouTube chat, Mark?
I am now, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'd say the Ven is still a popular RDA going from that.
Yep.
I'd vape it. No, fuck it. I am vaping it.
Exactly.
The guy he got it from was a self-confessed chewer, apparently. That's why you don't have a tip.
Ah. Well, there we go. Next up, then.
7. So, next, should we do
They're all hideous.
Yeah, they are.
I know which
choose,
one's
like,
got to
the
be
next.
last.
Yeah, I'm trying to choose the least hideous one. Should we go with the one with the funny name next?
No, I think we should keep that to last.
We'll keep that till last. Okay. We'll go for the unicorn vapes then. This has got Mark written all over it. This one has.
Fucking nurkling.
Disjointed nurkling as well.
Fucking hell.
Variable width nurkling.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm not even.
oh.
I mean, what the?
Matt,
the
what are you
thinking?
doing? So Matt is vaping it because it has nurkling.
That's going straight in the bin. I mean, why would they decide on different widths for the tank and, the top cap?
It's just to me. Okay, the nurkling adds it to the gutter,
The extra dimension, yeah.
but that is just how to make Chinesium look even more Chinesium.
Yeah. Who designed that and thought, that's the one, that's what I was going for, that's the fucker.
Mark, Jim is here. He just voted. Hi, Jim.
It's
What are you doing
absolutely-
right in your cap?
Jim who? Jimmy?
Jimmy,
Where?
VVRP Jim.
Where?
He just voted.
Where? Oh, Jim.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Sorry, mate. I completely missed that.
I voted to upset Mark.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Right, if you look at that carefully, it looks like a minion with one eye. It's just banana.
Yeah, it does have that look to it, actually. But,
I'm bored of talking about this. This is going.
yeah.
So this can firmly put itself in the recycling bin.
Even Andrew and Lloyd over on YouTube, they're voting. Bin.
Did
Yeah.
you know? Do you know last week, one of your horrific ones that you put up?
Oh, yes, the pyramid, wasn't it?
Do you know Alex actually went and bought one?
I know, he showed us a picture on the... Why?
I don't.
Did he say why?
No, because he's a twat.
I mean, he probably got it for a $5, didn't he? I'm guessing.
To be
but-
fair, he showed us an Ego adapter charging cable, so for an Ego battery. So
He wanted to list it on Hatters, didn't he?
yeah.
And if you think about it,
RRP.
and the RRP would have been quite high back then.
Yeah, they're in.
No.
For
No.
No, Diddy, there's no skip option. You have to vote.
Do we go for the TARDIS next?
The square one. Let's find it. The Watofo.
There we go. Right, those
say
of you that are
squares?
long viewers of Vape Talk UK will know our love of the Zomo laser. This is on par with the Zomo laser. Okay, don't get me wrong, the Zomo laser was dog shit. It was the biggest pile of shit you will have ever seen in your life.
Is that the one
I've
that
got
has
to
the up
say,
and down?
I know Wizmac are friends of ours at the show, but Wizmac, what the actual fuck is that? It
That's
looks
Homo,
like.
Mark.
Have you ever
Is that the one with
watched?
the Switch?
Fuck the Switch. It looks like a cock cage.
It does.
It looks like some sort of bondage implement that you strap your cock into.
And then to top it off, the cage also on the Atty or tank or whatever it is. It's just
Shy. Come on, man. I used to
doing it
respect.
to
I
piss
used to
off,
respect
you
you.
oh, now you've enticed Jimmy.
Oh, fuck off, Jimmy. Oh, dear.
It's not the best looker, is it? Let's be honest.
Scaffolded
Yeah,
lighthouse.
that needs the angle grinder treatment from
Did
from
he?
Diddy.
We're
You're
going to
right.
send one to you so you can do a live stream. Fucking knurling it up with your fucking... I think we should do that. We should do a section called Will It Knurl? And what we'll do is we send it to Diddy and he puts it across his angle grinder to see if it'll knurl.
Diddy, you up for that?
Are you up for that? Are you up for that, Diddy?
That sounds like a good week.
You have to say this was sent to me for the purpose of this grind. That's a requirement.
Gosh.
Remove the red cage and you've got a cool mod.
Oh, it goes in various different colours as well. Pink, purple, yellow, black.
You see, I get where you're coming from, Shy. But no.
But it's got a cage on it.
I'm done. I can't believe I'm still staring at it.
Almost mesmerising.
Was that a bin?
It's not rainbow.
I think it was a bin.
A definitive bin, apart from Jimmy and Shy voting one.
Yes.
And both Lloyd and Andrew, they of course also binned it. So definite bin besides the two that just wanted to be. Oxypropane cutter Diddy. I think we need to talk to Diddy. I think we could do like a recurring segment where like we can switch between propane cutter and angle grinder. Maybe even one of those that used to make like wood chips. We put it in logs and then it just spits out wood chips.
Yeah. Will it chip? Right, the next one then. Again, are you picking on Waterfo tonight?
Ice cubed RDA.
They're doing it themselves.
Yeah, they're bullying themselves at this point, I think.
Oh,
It's fucking...
Mark, you need to change the options. You need something worse than just bin. That leads to like dropped in a pile of acid or something worse.
This is quite old. You can tell by the post holes.
Yeah. I actually saw this. It was on Todd's reviews. It just came up on YouTube, and I thought, oh, that seems like a good candidate for Vape Cell Bin. And I watched a review of it briefly, and he actually thought it was all right at the time, but obviously it was about fucking 6 years ago. But
Mark,
what was I thinking?
Check YouTube.
Yeah.
Lloyd had just voted vape.
I'm pretty sure I've got some Waterfo cube things that I'm going to send your way, Lloyd, and you are going to vape the fucker. Waterfo, what were they called? Anyone in chat? Were they called the Waterfo cubed?
Jimmy has one. He has to vote vape. Huh. You don't have to.
Google Waterfo Atty cubed. That's what you're getting, Lloyd. And it is coming in that. It is coming in that. What do they call it? Tiffany blue.
Yeah, chill.
Oh, lovely.
You're having it and you're vaping it.
Yeah.
You're apparently watching the review of that one.
A renowned 100%, well, 75%. Sorry, I'm chewing on a needle. A definitive bin.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jimmy, please vape the ice cube on the next podcast for reference.
Get in the poubelle.
Yes.
Right, our last one then.
The last one.
No puns. No puns.
Yes, no puns intended whatsoever, of course, yes.
Jimmy is saying he's going to send it to you, Mark, and then you can eat your words.
I'll eat anything, just don't make me vape on it. So, next up this evening, our final, we have the Wanko. Because you can't beat a Wanko.
You can't beat a Wanko of a Tuesday.
I'm going to vape it just from the name.
This was another one that was Mark Todd reviewed it, completely straight faced, made no reference to the name. Just got, yeah, it's a Wanko, yeah. And I was just like, how could you not?
Away in my Wanko.
Yeah. I'm just chugging away and just building my Wanko.
Yeah.
But,
I'm loving my Wanko.
It actually had like press fit coils, like special built press fit coils.
Yeah, sprung deck.
Yeah.
What is going on? Are people doing it just to wind us up?
Yeah, I think so.
8 vapes.
100%. Let's try and bring that down a bit. Fuck's sake. Wanko RDA.
The strokes they pull to sell an RDA, and let the dad jokes begin. Oh, thank you, Diddy. Appreciate the 3. Who's going to sell it? Put 2. Put 2.
It might command a hefty price to collectors.
Well, to be fair, there's fucking 10 people that have said vape, so you'll be able to sell it to one of those muppets.
No, but we're already getting it for free. So
Who tuned it? Who pressed 2? I can't see.
Damn.
That's a lie.
Coming to Hatters soon. Wanko.
It's actually a good question. Can't see any juices either.
You want to meet my midget friend Matt? She sells wankos for anyway.
For a $5.
You get 2 for that.
We have 2 more.
Oh, Diddy,
Andrew and Lloyd are
Diddy.
vaping it.
He's on the ball tonight. A mass debate. I can't believe. I'm going to vote.
The real question I want to know is, does it have a lot of spit back?
Because no one likes a mouthful of juice.
Jizz or juice?
Hear it how you will.
No.
Right, that is a vape, and you're all taking the piss. So you can all get in the bin for that. What did Lloyd say? 1 cunt.
The conspiracy.
Right. As you may have noticed, we're missing the old man tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to bastardise Chandler's Instagram adventures. Mm. So I'm sure these were all intended to be... What the fuck is that? I'm sure these were all intended to be quite serious and genuine. So what we're going to do, we're going to miss off the serious, genuine ones. So Coil of the Week, nah, let's just disregard them. What was Chandler thinking when he sent me these images? So, the first one from Broadside. To me, is that the shipping container for a new drip tip that he's ordered, or what are we thinking?
Tube mod.
Wow.
Tube mod.
Another tube mod, and
XXL.
And the actual image is...
Or 21.
Or 21.
It's a tin of deodorant, it could be.
Lipstick.
Besides is it dust or is it scratches? It's kind of clean.
It's not the best photo, would you? You'd throw it in a pile of snow. Is that what I'm guessing? But it does look well battered.
It does.
But I'm sure they're lovely mods. That doesn't look as though, looking at the top of that, I've not got any other more images, but it doesn't look like a hybrid either. It looks like a 510.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I know Broadside, excuse me, have got a lot of love in this country. Never owned one.
Are they expensive or middle? Or
I don't think so. They never used to be anyway. A new aftershave, exactly. Exactly. Ubong. JB sent a video. Came up on my memories. I'm not going to click it because it's Chris and we'll probably get banned.
No, it's just a video of his son.
Oh, okay. Next up, coming from hashtag vape form, vape porn even. Fit to screen. There we have a red dot mob with a gold tip. with 2 furry balls in the background that I'm more drawn to
Than the actual.
than the mod.
Yes. What's going on there?
I want to see hairy balls.
Lindsay wants to see hairy balls.
They're cool hairy balls.
Cool hairy balls. No, vape cell bin's done shy. Look, a wanko. No, Chandler's not here. Talking of wankos. Free love eggs with every mod. Yeah, maybe that interested Chandler. I don't mind that actually. I've never owned one. Just because I don't think it'd suit my vaping style, because it'd be some sort of RDLFSCDLTL
Well, to be fair, that most would say that if you get a dot shell for it, it totally changes the entire device, because the dot shell is so good. Their own RBA wasn't that good, and don't know about the mission one. There's also the EVL. They also did the spot.
The what? EDL?
EVL.
Oh, I thought you were getting all political on us then.
Yeah, the Bilux was good for the dot. That's like a mouth to lung dedicated one. SVT. That was pretty good.
I think it's pretty nice. They had also pretty nice success with the frosted one, right? So it makes sense to do them in different frosted colors. I like those ones more than the...
I had the G10 one, the black G10 one. That was nice.
Was that the first or the second?
I think it was the first. No, it was the second batch that they did.
There you go, Dennis. Can't become friends with my dot and shell. Think I'll put it up for sale this week. The problem is we get so many of them come through Hatters, and it's a bit hit and miss. If they come well stacked, they sell.
To be fair, they are so available, so that makes sense that a lot of people they try them and use them and then shift them on. They are widely available. You can't fault Dotmod for that.
I refused to buy a dot product since the whole kickoff years ago. Anyway, next up, for some reason, Grim Green and a dot. A drag, sorry.
Drag 3.
Ah.
I don't know what to say about that. It's Clouds Pro, apparently. Can we see what tank that is?
It's a wanker.
Oh, so that's also a heat vape tank, I presume.
I imagine so. I'm sure Chandler's got something very
Don't
pleasant.
like the tank at all. Just the fact that it has that little going in at the bottom, just no. But the cards are supposed.
No, it doesn't. The fact it's not flush at the bottom is just a bit.
Looks like a red anal vibrator or something, doesn't it? That just.
Jimmy is saying magnetic tank.
Oh.
So would that mean that it could be in your pocket and you could like swipe off, or?
You do what?
If it's a magnetic tank, and it gets pressure from one side, it could like swipe off the mod.
Oh, I thought you were talking about swiping off in public. I'm going to say that's a bit weird.
That's for a different show. That's for the...
He probably likes it for the shit drip tip.
Yeah, that's probably all that he's interested in.
Looks like that fabric, the suede fabric on the mod.
I mean, it looks like that pod that he's just got, the Prime, doesn't it? You know, like the design of it with that sort of suede faux leather shit on it. No.
Next are these tanks. I really don't like these tanks.
I'm guessing for this he would just say I just had to share them because I like them. He likes his Vapor Giants.
Never had one.
I'd never buy one. I've got too much self-respect. And again, look at that drip. Is that nurkled? That drip tip nurkled? or...
No. That's not considered nurkling. No.
No, is it me or down? Might be the camera.
Looks like it
angle.
has a lot of airflow holes on the side.
It does. Look at the line on the Ice Ice Baby image. Now, is that the image or is it really a wonky line?
What line?
I see what you mean.
Where it
I
says,
think it's just the light.
where it says Extreme Pickle Show.
I think that's just the light, but
Okay.
it does look wonky.
Yeah, it does look wonky.
It does. But no, for me, it can... I'm sure they are made extremely well.
Probably.
But,
Yeah, it's German made, so.
meh. What else has he given us? What the fuck is that monstrosity? He really does. What does Chandler bring to the show? Can I ask?
Long drip tips.
Long drip tips and...
That one, I remember I had that one. It was so annoying. The
Oh,
fire button's
God.
on the side and the
Oh, is
screw
that-
one in the middle.
What's that called? That mod.
Can't even remember.
Is it?
Drained it out
It's
of
not
my
the
brain.
fucking. It's not that Own Boy one, is it?
Own Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Own Boy.
I can't remember what it's called though.
The Rage.
Rage.
Yeah.
That's right, Jay. Ben.
Fucking ugly piece of shit.
You know what I do like about it? I like the finish. It's
Finish
got...
was alright. The weight was decent. It had some weight to it to like make it feel like it was quality. It did have the nice bottle system where you could flick out a little like hinge and then pull it out, so you don't have to press the bottle to get it out.
So you what? Flick it out.
Stop it.
Flick it a little, and then it
and
comes
then
out.
Flick it a little. Oh no, I see where this is going.
And it pops right out.
I think lockdown's starting to affect Martin.
I think we're on our way to the after show already. Flick it out and pull on it until it squirts. Yeah. No, but that's
And according to Matt, it makes a mess everywhere. Well, if you pull it out too... Anyway. Next one is actually titled Zaranoff Head.
Oh,
Have you seen this one then?
no.
Oh,
Zara head. This sounds like it could be interesting.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a mod shaped in Martin's head shape?
I don't understand why.
Zaranoff head.
Ah,
Oh,
Tony and
Bobblehead.
Bobblehead. It took me a minute.
Tony B. Bob.
Oh, so
Wow.
I'm guessing that's referring to the Funko Pops, which I still only have one that's a bobblehead out of the 106. So
Yeah.
and now you can get a Tony B bobblehead.
And there's a broadside in the image as well, just for added.
And about like a bag that says for Eric. Oh, kitten in the background. Perky.
Wow.
Look, as soon as this show's done, they'll go to sleep. Fucking pricks.
Okay, why does Tony B needs hanging for this specifically, or
He looks
yeah,
quite
Dennis,
happy.
he does put his name on everything, but
He looks quite happy there, doesn't he, in his linen hat?
He does. I mean, that is the version 4. I mean, 4 less than what the Pulse is on, I think. But, you know.
there'll be a V2 of that next week. Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
Well, Chandler, thank you very much for entertaining us with your Instagram adventures. I'm sure you'd have given a much better commentary than I ever would. To me,
I think ours was way better actually.
to me, it just makes me,
Ours is more honest.
makes me question why the fuck he's on the show. But we'll stick with that.
The tips.
Love you, Chandler.
Please come back next week.
No, that's it. Now you've dissed this Tony B. bobblehead. There's no coming back from that.
Maybe
But,
it was maybe it was his photo and he bought it for you.
Maybe I don't know that I already have something in the mail from him. Maybe
I
I'm
say it
getting
could be
a
on its
bottle.
way.
Yeah.
Tony B's winging his way to your house.
Yeah, that's gonna go straight in the bin then.
333.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm guessing that's it for tonight then. Pretty much.
It certainly seems like that.
Yeah. Make sure
Yeah.
to tune in next week where we should be guested, if that's even a word.
I know nothing about this guested.
I know
we
nothing
should
about it,
be-
guested.
Well, we have 2 guests next week. They have
Finally.
confirmed before the show that they will come on.
I don't believe it.
No, but we will see. They've always said no when I've asked them before, and now they both said yes. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they're not going to chicken out.
Can I just respond to Dale?
Yeah.
I blame Boris and the lack of barbers, and also my lack of control when trying to trim, and think, fuck it, I'm
Well,
It's
just.
coming off.
Thank the
it
Lord
was
you still have your eyebrows then.
just about. So Lindsay is well and truly, and I quote, sick of beard pubes everywhere, as she calls them. So
Nice.
I
The
went
normal
to,
pubes, they're fine. It's just the beard pubes.
so I went into the bathroom last night and I thought, right, I'll get the clippers out. Just straight lines, straight down, keeping them nice and clean, keep the length. And I shouted Lindsay, I says, how's it look? She was like, just take it off. So I did. And then I got tears this morning from my little one. Absolutely sobbing because, Daddy, you shaved your beard off. I like it long.
Blame Boris.
Blame Boris.
Who's this strange man in my house?
Yeah. She literally. I actually filmed it when I went into her bedroom this morning. Now, apparently, before Lindsay went to work, Darcy came into the bedroom and I was asleep. And apparently, she turned to Lindsay and said, "He looks like a clown." So I actually recorded my first encounter with her this morning, and she sobbed.
Oh,
dear.
Absolutely sobbed. But hey ho, give it 3 weeks, it'll be back down here, and we'll all be good again.
cool. Well, thanks very much for watching. And if you want to join us for a little bit in the after show, then we will put link down below in the chat. And yeah. On that note, Mark.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Bye.
VTUK. Bye bye.